Aaron, welcome back to the show, mate. Disappointing result, and it feels like the weirdest night. The more I sit here, I'm annoyed with some mistakes. I'm annoyed with certain players that started, but I'm also over the moon with the Bruno Pogba connection. Some really good play from them. Mason looked brilliant. What's your overarching thoughts of the game and the performance?
To be honest, I think it's 2 points dropped, man. It's 2 points dropped, and the brother that came on earlier before me, he made some very valid points. I'm just going to echo what he said, to be honest. Daniel James and David De Gea need to be dropped. And I've never come on and on any show and really criticized De Gea because I really trusted him. I was one of those people that always said, yeah, but remember what he did for us, and he won Player of the times. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was really someone that backed him. But now I'm looking at the mistakes recently. I mean, I was at Goodison Park when he made that mistake against Calvert-Lewin, and that just looked awful. And I was like, okay, well, new contract and everything, you should be focusing on United, right? Your head shouldn't be elsewhere. But I still have the feeling like his head is not in the game. His head is not at United. It's elsewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's elsewhere. So I honestly think it's time to drop him. If you have to play Romero, play him. Honestly.
Yeah. Mate, I'm agreeing with you. I think we the fans have got to wake up and smell that coffee. The Dan James situation, were you baffled by the decision to start him?
I was, yeah, because I said Daniel James is the type of player you bring on with, maybe 20, 25 minutes to go when the opposition's legs are a bit tired. You bring him on, and with his pace, he can make a difference. He can, terrify defenders with his pace, and his crossing is kind of good as well. But what I don't understand is that you're going to play a Mourinho team, and you know how Mourinho's team's set up. You know they're going to sit deep. You know they're not going to move too much at the back. You know the fullbacks are not going to attack, like Liverpool's fullbacks do or another team's fullbacks do. They're not going to do that. They're just going to sit back and counter-attack. So if a team's sitting deep, why are we playing Dan James? Because the pace against a team that sits deep doesn't work. We've seen it time and time again. And you've seen a difference when Greenwood came on. If a team sits deep, yeah, I need a winger that's going to be able to take on players like Rashford done a couple of times, like Greenwood done a couple of times. And you've seen it at the end, he nearly scored. You need that type of winger. And when you got someone that's just got sheer pace, it's not going to work. It is not going to work. And I don't know why. I get the fact that, Ollie likes him or whatnot, but you have to be severe sometimes. Do you see what I mean? Like, if it doesn't work, just take him off. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, it should have come off a little bit sooner than he did. Half-time at bare minimum. Mason was good. Pogba propaganda time. I mean, tonight's another one. But tonight's another one for the catalogue. Tonight's another one for the catalogue for all the idiots that say, when does he influence games? When did he change games? When is he the decisive piece of the jigsaw? I've seen him do this on numerous occasions. My problem is I've never created a catalogue. I've never created a catalogue where I can refer back to them. I just remember them for me. And then, do you get what I mean? I know he's done it, but I can't remember when or where. I'm now creating a catalogue. I'm literally mark them down. I'm not using the whiteboard. I'm on the whiteboard, photograph them. He was brilliant, wasn't he?
He was amazing from the second he came on. You've seen, I'm seeing glimpses in my head. The pass he played to Rashford, he barely had time to control that, That pass was just out of nowhere. The ball, the first minute he came on, tackled the ball from Davinson Sanchez, I think, got it back, crossed it in, but it went up for a corner. And that skill against Dyer, man, come on, man. He's against two man, Wings kind of goes away, doesn't really go in. In my opinion, he should have tried and done something. And then he just completely retires Eric Dyer with a beautiful skill penalty. If Paul Pogba doesn't do that, we probably lose the game. But still, he kept influencing the game in the way he does. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, but influential he doesn't really do that. But being influential in a game doesn't mean you score screamers or score bicycle kicks. You can do simple things and influence the game.
And do you know what's interesting? Statistically, today, according to who scored, I haven't checked the other sites, Pogba on paper didn't create a chance today. But we know he did by watching the game because he created the penalty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And pass to Rashford, for me, is an opportunity. And when it first happened, I watched it, Rashford's touch. Actually, Rashford's touch was perfect because he's trying to get it onto his right foot. It's just that Sanchez has got that blistering pace and he's able to recover. That's the one thing, like, again, from United's point of view, that's why I feel like wherever it's Tuanzebe Bay or we buy them, we need a centre-back next to Maguire that's got electrifying pace, because Lindelof nearly recovered from Maguire's mistake. Somebody with Sanchez's speed would have got there, and that's again, and they're little improvements we can make in the summer. So I'm not gonna moan that we don't have a pacey centre back at this point, but there were some positives tonight. And are you excited to see more of him and Bruno look like they could be delicious? They look like they could
That's gonna be, and you've seen sometimes the little passes they played between each other. That was just beautiful, man. You could see the connections there. They don't need to talk to each other. They just know. They just know. And you know, there's certain players on the pitch, and you had that before Pogba came back from his injury, before the season got put on pause. You had that between Bruno and Mata. They didn't need to talk. You could see it. The connection was there, and I can't wait for them to play more games together. And I really, really hope in the next game that Ollie's not going to make that same mistake of starting Daniel James yet again, starting Lindelof. I don't want to see Lindelof either, because he had some shocking moments as well in the game. And on the goal, we could see that actually, yes, Maguire made that huge mistake where he just let Bergwijn just go past him like he wasn't even there. But it all starts with Luke Shaw's nonchalant clearance. If he just hits that ball properly, instead of just, oh yeah, let me just clear it, and then from that moment on, Bergwijn picks up the ball and just goes past everyone and then scores. If you clear that properly, or just clear your lines, by all means, just clear your lines, let everyone come back, and then, do you know what I mean?
And that's the thing with it. Like, I look, Maguire made a big mistake there, and this is the thing when mistakes happen, you've got to look at everyone. And even then, the shot was average. Like, so in terms of, that's what's annoying about this, is like the only time, there's 2 times in the game that opened us up. Then it was through mistakes. And then the Son header, which was brilliantly saved by David De Gea. And look, some of that might be down to sharpness, as an example. But I think there are lots of things to take from this and go, okay, next game we play, I don't even know who we play next. I don't think Sheffield. It's a hard. Oh, big game against Sheffield United at home. But I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, because I think Pogba will start. I think we'll be okay. But listen, Aaron, thanks for coming on, mate. We'll speak to you on the podcast Sunday.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Take care, my bro. Bye-bye.